Greetings, medieval metallurgists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight. Episode 13. Steelmaking. Let's make tallow. Let's make candles. So, placing the candle mold. Plop. This holds 200 milliliters of tallow. And there's 200 milliliters of liquid tallow. Cook. The other thing that we're going to need to do is to make wicks. So I'm going to take a plant rope and craft candle wicks. I'm going to put 4 of those candle wicks in the candle mold. The rest of the wicks I'll just put in a box for later. So now this tallow, this candle mold is all ready for tallow, liquid tallow, which is right here. One thing that does not exist in the game, which I wish it did, is using tallow as a way to de-rust your tools. Currently, you can't, which is a real bummer. So once your tools are rusted, they're kind of just rusted. It's going to bother me that my copper stockpile was damaged, so I'm going to pick it up and put it back down. And repair everything else that's orange. Because that stupid bear ran around messing stuff up. And just like the other molds I've used, once it's hardened, you get candles out of it. And you use candles as a fire source and for distillation later on. But yeah, that's probably the efficient way of like fighting bears, is to don't go in melee. Just keep throwing stuff at them until they die. It's way easier. So here we go, 4 candles. And what's important about them is it can be placed on the ground, and they extinguish if not protected from the wind. Protected from the wind means that it needs like a clay tile roof and mud, wattle and daub walls, or else they blow out. So candles are a little fussy about their use case, but they're nice to have. The other thing you could do with the animal fat is make them into standing torches and handheld torches. So I'll make 1 of each. While I wait for the charcoal to be done. And the advantage of making these torches is the animal fat eventually will rot, but the torches don't rot. So it allows you to, like, preserve animal fat, I guess. And I think in this case, I'm going to make 2 standing torches. Oh no, I just have enough fat for 1. That's fine. So one of the things that I could do for the standing torches is place it like way out here as a source of fire to try to keep things at bay. I don't think it's necessarily efficient, and then also if it's raining, it rains on the torch, so it doesn't work great unless it's roofed up. But, you know, you can do it. Doesn't mean it's necessarily smart, but you certainly can. Cool. I have 1 more animal fat left over. I'm just going to stick it in the rot pile. I like to pass time by doing plant ropes. So, the current priority is make steel. I guess just make steel. And new tools. What enemy is nearby? Oh, coyotes. I'm getting pretty harassed, aren't I? Yeah. Charcoal's done in about 2 hours? Hey, who wants jerky? You know what? Hey. You want to harass me? You're going to become jerky. Whoa, you came, like, really close to... Okay, you are just not respecting the whole I have a fire lit thing, huh? What are you doing, you crazed animal? Get out of here. Moron. It broke so much stuff in its panic. It's, if you haven't noticed already, it's, like, way more efficient to, javelin them when they're not pissed at you. Because then they don't go all rampagey. I didn't. And it broke a lot of stuff. Plus it bit me twice. But it's dead. I'm looking forward to when stockpiles of stuff laid on the ground can't be damaged. And for this one, I'm going to process it fully, because I don't need a dead coyote, like, sitting in my front gate. That's kind of a problem. %, contaminated? Yeah, I'll cook it. Yeah, why not? Whatever. I know how to cure my contamination now. I have so much leather I don't even know what to do with it. So I've been ignoring the fact that I have 6 leather here, 6 here, 6 here, and potentially another 6 if I fill this with water. Yeah, it's really not that hard to get leather in this game. And I would say the meta for, like, mass storage, because of how cheap, like, 1 coyote makes 1 backpack. So you can very easily just get just a ton of leather to line your base full of, like, backpacks put on the ground. And one of the advantages of backpacks over other storage units is you can pick up the backpack and sort it and then put it back down. Whereas you can't do that with a box. So if I wanted to, like, sort the box for space, I'd have to pick the... I have to move things around individually. So, yeah, like, the wooden chests are watertight, but as soon as you have a roof over your base, it doesn't really matter. Oh, salt should not be there. What the hell? Oh, well, that's a watertight container. Never mind. Alright, buddy. When you cook coyote meat, or really any meat for that matter, it does partially decontaminate it. Just not very much. Charcoal, you done yet? Hour left. It's getting there. What else can I make in the meantime? I could make... So a wheelbarrow is like the cheaper version of a handcart. The wheelbarrow wheel is just some nails and short planks, whereas the handcart wheel is made from wrought iron, which makes it a lot more expensive. So I think while I wait, I want to make a wheelbarrow. Which will help me move... it will help with farming. Essentially, when I start farming, what I like to farm in this game is garlic and blueberries. And carrying blueberry bushes by hand with you kind of sucks. But sticking the blueberry bushes in a wheelbarrow makes it a lot more tolerable. So... Oh, my stockpile of firewood. Just blocking my gate. Yo, jerk. Piss off. Oh god, you're pissed. You want some? Come here, son. I'm the alpha dog around here. You just a dead coyote. And here we go again. Captain Coyote Killer. Coyotes are not that scary. But the amount of bones in my base, little scary. Yeah, wheelbarrow. Right. So, in order to make a wheelbarrow, I will need to make a run of nails. So, we should fill the crucible up with the amount of nails that I need. So let's calculate the total. So the wheelbarrow itself needs 30 nails, and then the wheel needs 10. So I'll need 40 nails, which is 400 milliliters of liquid metal. But I have 10 nails already, so I'll need 30 milliliters of liquid metal. Actually, I have 5 iron nails, so I'll need 25. But you can only make nails in batches of 10, so still 30. Got that. I'm sorry, that confused me, so if you're confused, I'm sorry. But yeah, 30. Basically, I need to make enough for... I need to make 300 milliliters of liquid metal. Where's my stones? Here they are. My stone stockpile got damaged. That's super silly. And also, that coyote damaged my bloomery and hearth furnace. My precious. So that's 300, but it's pretty poor quality. So I'm going to try to make it at least just flawed. Out of self-respect, let's say. Can you overhang a roof to a wall? Yeah. Things don't need walls and can still benefit from roofs. So if you want to keep kindling and things like that dry, it's pretty easy to do. I guess I'm making good quality bronze. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll cook this up once I have the charcoal in 18 minutes, which is no time at all. In 18 game minutes, that's different than real life minutes. And then we'll be able to make a wheelbarrow and steel tools. And I'm already holding all the stones on me, and I said that once you're doing an iron bloom, you're going to want stones ahead of time, which is still true. Did I have a couple charcoal in the box? I did, actually, have enough for the kiln. I just didn't have enough for the bloomery. Oh, I think it's in the bloomery. Nope. Oh, where is it? No, I don't know where it is. I had some. It's somewhere. Story of my life. Not there. Not there. Not there. Oh, it's literally in my body. Okay. Cool. Well, this charcoal's done in like seconds. And as soon as I get steel, the world opens up to me. I'll be able to maintain my tools. I'll be able to make new tools. I'll be able to make proper weapons if I want to, go slay the coyotes by the dozens if I want. I don't, but if I want. I just want them to stay away from me, but that's a different requirement. All right, here is the charcoal. So let's do... God, what to do first? Let's do the steel first, because I think it's more exciting. So fire up the bloomery. I need 53 minutes of fuel, so that's 4 pieces of charcoal. 3 only gives me 50 minutes, so we'll do the full 4. Ignite. And as soon as it hits temperature, smelt. Alright. And then over here, we will fire up the bronze. I did 2 units of charcoal so that the bronze stays liquid long enough, because I only have molds for 200 of the 300 milliliters. So it needs to stay liquid for a bit. And then I'll keep the charcoal on me. I don't need to commit to putting the charcoal in for the hearth furnace just yet. Looking good. Oh, my fire went out. That's embarrassing. Did not mean for that to happen. It's not too much effort to keep the fire going. Fire used to go out a lot more frequently a few patches back, and now it doesn't. Fire making materials, or fuel rather, last longer, which makes it not super annoying to keep it going. I am definitely running out of places to put bone. Luckily, bone meal takes up a lot less room than bone itself, so it's a problem that will sort itself out in due time. Let's clean up the... I keep tripping on these bones. Let's clean them up. Alright, the batch of bronze is probably good to go. So let's go manage that. Oh, bones out of there. And keep that liquid bronze warm while the other nails harden. The blooms are done in 23 minutes. And then my firewood is going to be out. There. Cool. So, plenty of time. I should also not put stockpiles, like, right near my gate, because that could end tragically if I'm, like, running away from something and the gate jams. So in terms of time sensitivity, this is a little bit more time sensitive than the iron blooms. The iron blooms can cool, because I can reheat them, whereas this crucible is going to cool. So I'm going to commit 1 more charcoal to it. No! No! Oh, no, we're good, we're good. Go fast, go fast. Pour! Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright, so I got my nails for the wheelbarrow. And I got to keep the charcoal, which is cool. So, next up is the iron blooms in about 12 minutes. Or the water, which is done. I will start a wheelbarrow. So I can just put the materials down. So let's go collect the short planks that I currently own. Really? I just have one? Is that true? I guess it is. Oh, not again. Piss off, rabbit. No, go away. I am as scary as the wolves. Or coyotes, whatever they are. I'm going to ignore that situation over there because I want to work the blooms instead. The coyotes aren't going to get close to me as long as I don't engage them because I'm sitting next to a fire. So here's the iron blooms, and yes, you pick them up with your bare hands because you are a maniac. And then to work the blooms, you go over to a stump, and you hammer it with a small stone to separate the blooms, the wrought iron from the slag. If they get too cooled, you can heat them back up on a fire. So you can just stick them into the fire and heat them back up, no problem. So this is why I was saying, do not remove all the stumps around your base. You will super, super, super regret it. Because if you remove all the stumps around your base, then you have to run the hot iron blooms over to wherever the nearest stump is to do it. Which sucks. Or alternatively, like, make an anvil, but anvils are insanely expensive unless you find one in an empty house. So that's not that viable of a solution either. So as a result of that, I have 8 wrought iron chunks. And these wrought iron chunks can either be... They can be crafted into handcart wheels. I would need 24 wrought iron chunks to make handcart wheels, so that's not something I would want to do. Structural bars. Structural bars are useful for making shields and armored chests. Armored chests are like bear-proof. Wrought iron bars, I don't even think you can do anything with wrought iron bars. They just are a way to keep wrought iron chunks. I'm not sure why it's in the game yet. Or put them in the hearth furnace to make mild steel chunks, which is what I'm after. So I need at least 53 minutes of heat. Let's start this up. This is my first batch of steel. And smelt. Slag is worthless. So I'm headed over to the pebble pile, and I'm adding slag to it. This is my garbage dump. Unlike pebbles, slag can be put into stockpiles to keep it neat, but it's garbage material, so I just dump it. Oh, did it? Oh, no, I already have nails in my box. Right. So, I need 5 short planks and 10 nails for the wheel. Here's the nails for the wheel. And let's get the short planks for the wheel. Actually, you know what? It makes more sense to get the short planks for the wheelbarrow wheel once I have a sharper saw. Because my saw is completely almost unusable right now. Because it's dull as hell. So I'm just going to wait. That makes a lot more sense. A lot more sensible. And I'll keep drying out these bones, because at some point I suspect you guys are going to vote for me to farm, and having all these bones nice and dry and ready to become bone meal is going to be a big benefit. Guess who brought me more coffee? So usually, the first thing that you would make when making your first batch of steel is a steel pickaxe head. So if you click on a stump, you can see the things that you can forge new. So you can make copper sheets, which is good for distillation. And then making out of mild steel, you can make anvils. That requires 30. Forget that. So expensive. Axe blades, which require 6. Keep in mind I'm making 6, what was it, 6 or 8? 8. I have 8 coming. Bear traps, chisel blades. So I'm going to make a chisel blade. Hammerheads, pickaxe heads. So the pickaxe heads cost 10. It's also worth noting that I could additionally, and I'll probably end up doing this, I can take apart my old pickaxe, which is completely busted, heat up the actual pick part, and break it down into chunks again. So once it's heated, I can go over to a stump and be like, hey, smash the hell out of it, turning the pickaxe head that is cost 10 to make into 8 steel chunks. So there is some diminishing returns, but it allows you to have a fresh tool. And the advantage of that is when then I take that fresh pick out, I'll be able to mine efficiently. Because if you remember last time, it took me forever to get through it because it's dull as hell and basically broken. And now I will have a fresh pick and a fresh chisel. And probably a hammer too. So that's what I'm building with this. So 11 minutes and I will have 16 steel chunks ready to go. Oh, that pulling thing is wrong. Ignore that macro. If I'm making, yeah, I just realized something. So, if I want to make a chisel, kind of helps to have the handle made. So let's make a chisel handle. There we go. From the plank that I put into the wheelbarrow. And I already have steel chunks, so I'm going to start crafting the chisel now. While the other steel chunks get done. So here's my chisel blade. And the other thing I wanted to make was a hammerhead. So then I can take the chisel blade and attach it to the handle for a brand new chisel. And the purpose of this chisel is so that I can make a grinding wheel to be able to maintain my tools. I'm also going to want a axe handle, or a hammer handle. So a hammer handle is also a short plank, but I'll get that later. So then with this new chisel tool, I can pick up the limestone, or sandstone chunk and make a grinding wheel. I think instead of making the wheelbarrow for now, I would preferably have a grinding wheel so I can maintain my tools. So that costs 10 short planks and 20 nails, and I have 10 nails on me, so I'm basically looting the nails I set aside for the wheelbarrow for the grinding wheel instead, because I think the grinding wheel is going to be more important sooner. I did make a big error, though, which is I don't actually have enough iron for a new pickaxe head, because I'm an idiot. For that, I would need literally one more iron. That's it. I would need one more iron. I miscalculated. So I think what I'll do is I'll bite the bullet and make the pickaxe out of this hammerhead. So I'm not going to have a hammer just yet. I miscalculated how much I had available to me. But luckily, mistakes can be melted down inefficiently, but melted down and fixed. So I wasted a steel chunk. Not a big deal in the big scheme of things. Eat all these nuggets back up. And to make the new pick head so that I can mine without breaking my back. So here we go. It is a fresh pick. So the mining damage on this pick is 50. My last mining pick's damage was 9.9. So this is 5 times more efficient to mine with. So it will take a lot less time to get through. Alright, let's set up the grinding wheel. And maybe I will put it here, along this wattle wall. So I need 10 short planks. My saw's in pretty bad condition, but it should be fine enough to make those short planks. And what do you guys want me to work on next? So if you vote for journal, I would start to gear up to go into swamps. If you vote for build shelter, there's walls and roofs and a whole bunch of stuff for me to do. If you want me to start farming, vote for 3. If you want me to make the other steel tools that I don't have access to, vote for 4. And if you want me to explore, vote for 5. Oh, time to make pebbles. Oh, that one lasted a while. There we go. So, the massive advantage of this grinding wheel is all of your metal tools wear the hell out real fast. And you can fix them so nice with quality sharpening on the grinding wheel. So now my hatchet and chisel, saw, and knife are going to be so much better at doing the business that they need to do. One thing to note, the rusted value doesn't change. This doesn't unrust them. It just gives them a new edge. I also like to put the tools that I'm not currently using away so they don't get rusted. Because it doesn't make sense to have to reforge them regularly. So, right now I just have the steel hatchet. The good news about the hatchet is it's doing like 3 times more damage. So if I get in a fight, it's going to be a lot better at killing things than it was a little while ago. I still want to make this wheelbarrow. So I'm going to do a micro batch of brass, or of bronze. I keep calling it brass for some reason. Just to get it done. And it will also be a good demonstration of how much better the new tool is. Cheers. It's also worth noting that the steel axe that you can make, because this is just a hatchet, the steel axe is even better than the hatchet. In fact, I think the bronze axe is better than the hatchet. Not that I'm gonna make a bronze axe now that I have steel. Steel will be even better. And one of the other advantages of the steel axe is it has greater range. So when you're using it to kill animals, it's very good. It's not as good as the steel sword, though. So you can also make a steel sword. And that thing slays. You can, like, one-shot coyotes with it. It's, very good. But that would, you know... That requires a lot of steel that I don't have. Dog treats. Sure thing. Hey, bud. Dropped one. Here you go. Would never deprive my dear dog of his dog treats. So that's the nails for the wheelbarrow. Oh, you know what? I need the I need the wheel nails too. Oops. All right, I gotta make 10 more nails. I am not good at math. Never said I was. There's no way that finishes in time without more charcoal. Unfortunately, I have to start a fresh fire. Because of my lack of diligence. Oh well. At least unlike other games, like the last open world survival craft game I had, which took like a long time to make fire. Here you can make fire like in an instant. Alright, so all the nails for the wheelbarrow, but not for the wheel. So for the wheel, I need 5 planks, and for the wheelbarrow itself, I need 18 more. Got it. I did just become blighted enough that there's health concerns now. I'm 15 blighted, so before I go to sleep, I ought to drink some blight cure. Well, that's all the nails I need. Done. Let's get the planks. So with the freshly sharpened saw, as you can see, its saw damage is a lot higher, and it goes through the thick logs much faster. Which is pretty awesome. Yeah, indeed, I was talking about Fountain of Youth. Survival Fountain of Youth is a really fun game, but actions take a lot longer in that game. Here, it takes 1 minute. Fountain of Youth, it can take you like an hour to set a fire. Sounds ridiculous. It actually works out in the end. Just the way time elapses is fundamentally pretty different. Let's make that wheel. First try. I didn't end up with pebbles. And only 3 more planks and I'm done with the wheelbarrow. It really didn't take very long with freshly honed tools. You guys want me to work on the journal task? Copy that. I will start gearing up for that. Now I picked a place to live that is not so far from the swamps, so it's not like a ridiculous journey to get to the swamps, which is good. Oh lord, how am many times this is going to break. So the reason I built this is if I ever want to start farming blueberries, I don't live anywhere near where blueberries are. So it's going to be very essential to have a wheelbarrow to make it tolerable. Is that pebbles? Yeah, I did break one. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I'm trying to avoid spoilers to not ruin this game for others. So if you could avoid spoilers, that would be great. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Blight survivors.